In the digital age, creation never sleeps. But who holds creators accountable? Welcome to Creators Ethics.
Welcome to another episode of Creators Ethics. Kolawole Jombola Iluyomade, Director of Apple Creators Hub, and we are here to discuss ethical creatives and, the ethical standards that creators need to abide with. And, creatives go in different segments. We've had different segments, different interviews, and we have a special guest today, and it's coming from a different angle of creativity. So, with all humility and honor, I'm going to be welcoming my very, very, very good boss. I have to say this on camera so everybody knows. He is my boss. He groomed me musically, the MC. This person groomed me. So I'm very, very happy to have him on this podcast today, Mr. Alex Osho.
Thank you so much for having me, John Bula.
I just want you to know, Mr. Alex Osho is the CEO of Harry Root Entertainment. And if you go online, you see the stuff that doing cultural arts, heritage. Believe me, it's one of the great people that are advocating for Afro cultures.
I am making my head swell. Why wasn't it?
Because that's what I'm learning from you. I'm saying this on camera, so everybody will know. These are the things I'm learning from him, and but we're happy to have somebody like him on today's podcast. So you have the floor, sir. Tell our people, tell them you introduce yourself.
Well, you've done all the introduction.
Yes.
My name is Alex Osho. Just to reiterate what he has said, I call myself a creative entrepreneur. I've been in the industry for some years. Someone who is passionate about culture and entertainment and event. I'm in Nigeria. Proud one for that.
Proud one. Yes, that's a solve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are proud Nigerians. I like the fact that you mentioned that.
I am in Nigeria.
So, Mr. Alex, tell me,
Yeah.
you've done so well in terms of, creative space, cultural arts, music, events, but you are very, very well known for MCing. You hosted big shows MC. I remember the time I had issues with, I had a job to do MC, and I don't know nobody to run to, like, please, what should I do? How should I? So, it's a very creative profession that a lot of people don't understand, because it's not easy to manage crowd and talk to people. So tell us about it. Tell us about your
Okay. So let me start from where you ended that when you called me to say I should assist, that you got this job and you want to. You don't know how to go about it. You see, the thing is, what people don't know is that when you light other people's candle with your candle, it doesn't turn off your own candle. Do you understand? Everybody's light needs to shine. And so the more professionals we have on the job, the better for us. Yes. Now, for me, it's amazing, because when I started my career as an entertainer, I started as someone who loved music. So I'm just like you. Music has been my passion from home, because everyone in my family sang in the Orthodox Church. We're born Anglicans. So, choir boy, and all of that. All my uncles, they understand that. Then later on, I also joined the train. And so music has been in the blood. And growing up, and I was saying, okay, I wanted to do music. When I now moved to Pentecostal, I said, okay, let me get into the R&B. That was what was reigning that time, all the Babyface and the rest of them. So we used to mime all those things. Michael Jackson to the beside. I said I would go on the table, jumping in the house, miming Michael Jackson. So my mom said a lot of things, and my grandparents, who I grew up with anyway. And along the line, my teacher, when I was in secondary school, my biology teacher called my mom and said to my mom that this your son, he finds it very difficult to assimilate anything except you are teaching him the thing in music. I'll never forget that day. I was in GSS 2 or so, 3 or thereabout. I can't remember exactly what year. Maybe, where do we start with biology? Is it GSS or SS? I can't remember. SS1 or thereabout. SS1 or thereabout, yeah. And then my mom said in Yoruba, Omo tielo mashalagbe. Translate that. It is your own child that will be a noisemaker. She didn't see the prospect in it, because those days we used to see all the people that called themselves stars just roaming the streets. They were not well-to-do financially. Those days there were only a few professions that our parents believed in, which is law. You had a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, or a banker.
Accountant.
Finish. If you're not any of those, you're wasting your time. Yeah. So mom really frustrated my career growing up. Everywhere I went to, I was just like the video story. Everywhere I went to, she knocked it off. And at some point, she saw that I was not relenting. And she took me out of Nigeria and then took me to Ghana to go study computer software and hardware engineering, which was a mistake because on getting to Ghana, I met with professional musicians. Like this ones play sax, play. In Nigeria, it was just miming. Those ones play everything. They were my next door neighbors. So we became very close. And then I started going to church. I became really serious with the things of God. And I became a musician in church. I started singing, doing all of that. I grew to become the choir director. You can imagine. So on my return back to Nigeria, I was a seasoned musician. I could sing. I could handle whatever crowd and all of that. Gospel-wise, no. You get so I was not fulfilled. I'm giving you this long story so you can understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. So I mean, I got back to Nigeria and I was not fulfilled because it was a struggle to penetrate the Nigerian music market. And I said maybe I need to go and study music. So I went to University of Lagos. Another story for another time. Hey,
You can see why it's my boss.
how I got the admission was super, super unique. So I used to go rehearse and I'm already telling the story, and I said this one another time. I used to go and rehearse my sax at the Lagoon Front, the University of Lagos. And this lady, about maybe age mate or probably even older than that, because I had gone to school and worked for some years before I came back to school again. So obviously maybe I'm 2, 3, 5 years older than that. She now saw me developing and she said, "You're getting better at this sax. So why don't you come and study music?" I said, "I'm sure you were much younger when I was in the University of Lagos and left for Ghana to go study." And she laughed. She said, "My friend, pack this thing and follow them." And she took me straight to the faculty officer and said, "This man wants to study music. Help him." Do you believe that was how I got my admission? I will never forget that.
Magic.
That was it. The man just checked me out and he believed in me, gave me the opportunity, and I did a 5-year course in University of Lagos. But I didn't do music. When I got there, then my course advisor said to me, "Alex, you're already good with music. Why don't you add something else to it? Why don't you do theater? We checked your performance and your performance on stage and academics. Last semester, we found that you did very well. Why don't you do theater?" So I got into it. And that was the best thing that happened to me. Because I started becoming very popular in the University of Lagos. Like every other person in different departments and faculty started hearing about one guy that played one role. I played the role of Balvoran, the Oba of Benin that was exiled in 1897 at the Queen of England. And that thing gave me faith. So I entered the theater industry. Another journey that was crazy. Do you understand? So in my mind, because I was so popular, traveling everywhere as a theater artist, theater stage actor, when I graduate, I will just find it easy to enter the movie industry. I did not get it so easy. It became so difficult because there was a particular problem we had that time. Tribal wars. You understand? So if you're not that tribe, you don't find it easy to penetrate the industry. So I didn't get that easy. And then I said, what else can I do? So I've been doing MC since 2001. Let me go back to it. And that was the beginning of me going back to MC. I did not believe that MC will be the thing that will make me successful. I didn't see it coming at all. And this journey that I just used how many minutes to talk about many years.
Wow. That's no yes. Imagine. Imagine the level my guy is now, and considering what he has gone through to get to this level. Sometimes I think some redirection in life is always to teach you back on course.
Exactly.
But once those things happen, sometimes we human beings we get too emotional with realities that We don't always want to accept, okay, this has happened, this has happened. Imagine your mom trying to avoid you here and you end up becoming neighbor with professional musicians.
That's it.
So, and in a very foreign soil where you are free to do whatever it is you like, and everything is all processed like so. MC Joe, I like the fact that you were able to bring us to the university.
Yes.
MCing. I've seen you MC. So, like, what are the standards of MCing?
Yes.
What are because as a musician, I know MC is part of hip hop culture.
Yeah,
MC,
yes,
it's part of hip hop culture. So he there's an ability for you. You have to be able to manage crowd.
So you see, today we call some people hype men.
Yes.
Those hype men were the ones that were MCs.
Yes.
They were the ones called
MC.
But they now put words to it, not just talking. But now they even started, adding conversations to it, carrying the audience along with them.
Some are even volunteering.
Exactly. So basically, those were the MCs way back. Anyway, for MCing, I'm glad I told you the story so you know what I had to go through. I had been through a few years of studying, a few years of working, leaving the work, going back to school, studying theater, understanding the craft, facing audience, before I now became a professional MC because I started in 2001. So I became professional at this point when I returned back in 2006. You understand? And what I observe that we're doing wrong today is that a lot of Nigerians up and coming, then they call them that, up and coming MCs, just see MCs who are successful, buying cars, living large and buying houses, and immediately say, because I can talk, I want to become an MC. It goes beyond that.
It goes beyond that.
It goes beyond that. I'll share a story with you. There was a particular guy who got a job. He's popular. I won't mention his name. And he got a job with Dangote. The women of Dangote groups of company had the end of the year party and they invited him to come an anchor. Now, he is the person that speaks pidgin when he's doing his comedy. He's a comedian, nothing else. You understand? So he got there and he started doing vulgar jokes. And the person that chaired that occasion said, sorry, can I have the mic? And I said, thank you very much. Well, they didn't even collect the money they paid him. She took over the entire event. Now, if anyone is going to say anything, they'll say we had a terrible MC.
Yes.
They will not say he was a comedian that took the job.
Yes. That tag is going to be on the MC at that moment.
So I'm trying to correct the thing that is happening now. The narrative is we have MCs, we have comedians. Yeah. The comedian is supposed to be 80% funny, 20% formal. An MC should be 80% formal, 20% humorous. You're just dropping one-liners that will make people laugh, dance their attention, and get back to the occasion. Are you with me? So now, one of the things you must do as an MC, first and first, you research. If you are called to come and anchor a real estate event, you have to research on the real estate industry. Who are their competitors? You have to research on the activities that goes on in real estate. The funny people in real estate, like the people that make mistakes with measurement. You must know the things that you will use as a sense of humor, like comic relief when you're anchoring the event.
I like that.
Just research.
Comic relief.
Yes, that. You just calm them down with some funny thing and get back to the seriousness of the occasion. Research on every single job you get. It's a 30th birthday. Who is this person I'm going to anchor his birthday? When did he work? Who are his friends? What kind of person is he? So you're just talking. I got a job with Doman Law many years ago. I don't know if you know them. One of the biggest into electricals and all that, blah, blah, blah. Very big, if you go there. And I had spoken with a few people in the office to find out who is this person, how does this person, and all of that. And so when I got on stage that day, it was a 2-3 hour event, and I started speaking their slogan. You know, the way the whole place went on fire, people now thought I was a staff. They know it's their staff that.
For you to be able to
You understand? So you must do your research.
Mm.
You must do your research. That's one. Two, go to school.
School of his
I
car.
think that should have been first, but however, go to school.
Go to school.
Go to school.
Formal communication.
Go to school.
Yes.
You understand? Go to school. As much as I call myself a privileged young guy who went to good schools, I still had some problems growing up in the industry. Why? Because I was born into Yoruba. I grew up with my grandmother who was not educated. So there's a place for H in English that you should use and you should not use. And you know, the Yoruba people, we have that problem. So it was in my intonation.
Intonation, yeah.
You understand? But when I went to study theater, I started correcting those things. I started realizing that I was speaking rubbish. You understand? You can be confidently saying rubbish.
Of course. Of course.
You understand? So go to school, acquire knowledge, understand the use of stage. Like one of the things going to study theater did for me was knowing how to use the stage. You understand? In theater, when you're acting, you have people seated to the right and left. You understand? So you must go to the left, you must walk to the right. As you're talking to several people, it applies when you're anchoring events. It applies. All these little nitty-gritties. You don't know them if you don't acquire the knowledge. Go to school.
Go to school.
Third one is appear like a star that you call yourself. 40-50% of how people judge you before you start speaking at an event is your appearance. Sadly, in Nigeria today, a lot of MCs and comedians focus on that one. They will sew the best clothes, they will wear the best shoe, hold the mic, they can't deliver. Understand? They can't deliver. So you must merge for ladies we call it beauty and brains. You understand? So for guys, you must match that look and substance. You must have charisma. You must have charisma and at the same substance. You get. So that's number 3. Another one is get to the venue early enough. Why should you get to the venue early? You need to fraternize with the person that is going to give you the microphone. Because an hour before, you must have tested your mic to be sure that the guy has tuned in to suit your own voice texture. You understand? And if you are that big, then you have an assistant who works with you, a personal assistant who goes to go and find out. Please, this is my voice kind, my boss's kind of voice. We'll be here in a few minutes. Can you help us, please? He will have paved the way for you. So when you are speaking to the engineer understands that somebody came, spoke with us politely, fraternized with us and all that. And I'm just coming to collect the mic and want to find out, okay, good, let's go. You understand? That's one. Then you're also fraternize with, the ushers, the event planner. So the ushers can tell you this table is where so person is going to be seated. So when you need them to tell you, please, who are the people on this table? It's easy for you to go by the person, please, can you help me get this? Can you help me get that? But they already know that you are a member of the team.
Organizing team.
You understand? You're a member of the vendors here. You get. Don't be too big to fraternize with your team member. They may not be you may not even work with them again for them. But for that project, they are your team members.
You have good impression about you.
They will always say it everywhere that working with one man or that lady was awesome. Yeah. So get there early. That's one. Number 4, right? One more thing I think you should also do is, I said it earlier with the other guy, don't ever leave your audience saying the guy says dirty things. There is a place for dirty jokes. You go to the nightclubs. There is a place for that. You understand? Comedy clubs, nightclubs, that's where you test all your dirty jokes and play and all that. It's an atmosphere of drinking and whining and dining and everybody is high and all that. Yeah. But when you are in a serious environment, you don't play around with dirty jokes. Let them have a memory of this guy is sound, well put together, and clean. That makes, for me, those few things, I think I would just pause on. That makes it nice.
This is the full workshop. This is the full workshop. I'm very sure anybody any aspiring MC that can be able to follow this guidance that you said out, I'm very sure they will have a very, very nice career because if you said things more than what I used to know as an MC, because I can identify as an MC to have alcohol like 1 or 2.
Yes, of course.
As an MC. So what I'm still learning work next to you.
So let me bust your bubble. For anyone who calls himself an entertainer, whether MC or musician or everything, every time you're about to climb the stage again, you would definitely have palpitations because you don't know how today's event is going to go. So that simply means we learn every day. So even me, I'm still learning. Yeah. No one is a master of it all. You understand? We keep learning by the day. Like my boss, Ali Baba, will say, they know they learn finish. You understand?
I think it's the day we die. That is the day we stop. We stop learning. It's really nice having you around today. At least to be able to highlight this because MCing is a very, very creative career in terms of you have to be able to touch different aspects like you've highlighted. Now, for the level of education you have, I think it has already shaped you to become a very master of any ceremony.
You are glory to God.
So, all glory to God. And it's a good feeling. In fact, I can even be extremely creative with it, being able to attend to it because both actors, musicians, DJs, one thing everybody has in common is they are attending to an audience.
Can I ask something?
Okay.
As an MC, we have a lot of MCs.
Yeah.
Look for something that makes you unique. There's something I decided to add to it recently. And that's why I'm proud of this my guy, Oniton brand, Oniton. Oniton is somebody that I'm always happy I met him because I seem like, okay, this is me. You understand? It's jovial, classy in his job, and he sings. So one thing that I added to mine is that now when you call me for events, because I've always been a musician, I like you to call me with my band. So let me sing and still be the MC and control. I like to have that control. I like that control of the entire event. Please don't let anybody come and say because they want to get sprayed. They're now disturbing the flow of my job. You get so it's always interesting if they know you for something, maybe a dancing MC, a singing MC. Yeah, you just look for that niche. Just look for that niche to attach to it. Sadly, maybe I would have even gone further than this if I had mentors. When I got to the industry, back to Nigeria, when a lot of people had already gone far and I didn't have friends in that space. So I didn't even know who to go and meet. So anything I'm telling you right now are things that I learned from my father. There's mentorship by direct mentorship and mentorship by watching people out there do it. So I learned from people from my father and I started adding my creativity to what I saw. You understand? That's what has brought me thus far. Thank you.
That was good. I'm so much enjoying having you, the fact that a lot of people that are watching this are learning. I myself am learning and it's actually starting to my own part.
Even me too, I'm learning.
And it's making it feel good because we realize that there has to be standard in things that we're doing. The last episode, we have the director of NBC and said a lot of stuff about, how people present themselves, what you put in mind. When you are putting stuff out. So, and I like the fact that you are here too, and you are complimenting some of the stuff that you said. So it shows that these are what it means to be professional. So you want to be a professional, you want to be a professional musician, a professionalist. Once you're able to attach to these standards, people will notice you whether you like it or not, because it will show quality. Your presentation will show quality. People know that, okay, this person, okay, this is that. I like the fact that you made the example of an MC
that messed himself
up because, in the comedian's world, if you're going there to with comedians, you have to think in broken because broken actually sounds funny. So now you're able to say silly things in broken. And you see people that can speak formal English, but they are having a hard time competing with those people.
Yes.
So I've had typical examples like MCs that are very good in very communicating. They can try with pidgin and I put it in proper English against comedian, pure comedian that are just pure pitching. So those comedians can't blend in when it comes to format setting.
So they can't.
But those ones that can always, the other ones,
Easy.
they can blend in two ways.
Yeah.
So they say English, they put in Brute, small, everybody in the lab. So it complements their English. But because, like you said, you have to be versatile.
Yeah, you have to be very versatile.
You have to be versatile. It's not just one way thing. You have to be able to research. You have to be able to learn. And so it's really insightful. It's really insightful. So come again, like I would like you from your professional perspective. What are you seeing other MCs, at least upcoming MCs of nowadays, that's what do you see that they are doing? That you feel like whenever they do it, like feel like that's not good. I don't do that. This not make sense.
Okay. Yeah. So I saw Basketmouth's interview on one of the podcasts. I can't remember if it was a podcast or it was a podcast, yeah. And he complained about, the so-called comedians who call themselves MCs now begging for money.
Yeah.
You understand? So you go to an event that they've paid you, and then you see a chairman that comes in, obviously maybe an Odogu, and then you're now shouting, hailing the person, Baba, don't leave me, Baba, don't forget me, Baba,
Yes.
at an event. That thing waters down the aura that we as MCs should carry. It makes everyone look at them like, oh, those riffraffs.
Yeah, big guys.
Those riffraffs. No, that's just those riffraffs. You get. So, like take is that, I mean, if you are good and you go to an event that you can pay for and you do your job, you'll be standing somewhere there and someone else will call you and say, can I have your number? That will be the next job. I have never lobbied for any job. I say this without saying what. If there's anyone out there, let the person come and meet me. I can call, guys, don't forget me or don't forget, but I'm now begging up and down. No. Every single job I have gotten from 2001 came from another job I did.
Recommendation.
Yes.
Referrals.
Every single job that I have gotten came from another job that I did, and somebody saw me there, or somebody said, I have somebody, or the planner said, there's somebody that worked with us. And most of the planners got to know me through clients themselves. Clients themselves will say, I have somebody, don't worry. You understand? I had built a network from my secondary school to my university to my social hangouts and all that. So those people always go out there and say, don't worry, we have somebody. And that's how the referrals keep coming back. So I don't have to beg, them for money at an event. I don't have to beg. If you don't respect yourself, people won't respect you.
Yes.
You understand?
At least respect the organizer. Yes. Very, very unethical.
Just let
Yes.
them be. If they feel you understand, they'll give you something.
I like
They'll
that
give you
answer. I like the fact that
If they feel you, they'll give you something.
Yeah.
I've done an event before. I was paid well for the event. And some of the big industrialists in Nigeria were at the event. You understand? And we're like, I'm like you. Who are you? You don't know you. Of course I did. I speak Yoruba very well. So I put Yoruba once in between. And the man was proud that, you went to King's College and you can speak Yoruba like this, you can speak English. And he was going $400. That's how they
Imagine.
give. That's how they give. But I don't have to now go and meet them and say, please don't forget me. You don't need all that. That's one thing I see them do that is not necessary. Another thing I see them do is, like I said earlier, research. We can't be recycling content. So one person decides to do finish the lyrics, and for the next 100 years, everybody is doing finish the lyrics.
That's what
I'll rather not even do anything at all.
Yeah.
If I see that I can't think of anything off of the top of my head at that moment, than finish the lyrics. I think we got exhausted. The finish the lyrics. Tie gele, not tie. Go and get me one shoe. But you see, you already know these things. So I think we need to do more research on things that make events interesting. Otherwise, people will be telling you, what you are going to do next. Because I don't know if you get my. I get people. You'll be like, they know your direction. They know where you are going.
Yeah.
You are so predictable. So let's just research. Research.
They say, but it's still based on learning and learning. Yeah. So I like the fact that we're having these kind of conversations. That these are insightful conversations, and these are stuff a lot of people should be watching, that you should be listening to. And I'm really proud that I'm affiliated with somebody like this, and so we can be able to talk about this. So on the nutshell, we've talked about a lot of stuff. So what do you see? Like, how do you project let's talk in terms of creatives now, because obviously an MC is somebody that has a touch of a professional, somebody that will come out as a professional MC would have been somebody that has touched different aspects of creativity, from relating music.
Yes.
So how do you see the future of the MC industry? Like, how do you see it?
Okay, I think I've seen quite a number of professional ones too. So let me not sound like everyone that is coming out.
Yes,
it's not good or they're all mediocre. I've seen quite a number of good ones too. I would have loved to mention names, but I will offend the ones that I don't remember their names right now. So let me just leave it at that. There are some young guys who are doing very well that reminds me rather of when I was starting up. And some of them too are learning on the job. And one thing I feel they should also do is be free to welcome to us. You understand? I think most of them feel like we are not approachable. That's why if you did not reach out to me the other time, would you have gotten information? And I took out my time to lay it out and send to you.
Yeah,
you get. I saw the first time I was going to have my one-on-one meeting with Adi Baba many years ago. It was at an event that I went to, supply sound, because I do all this. I'm one was chopping that. So I supply sound and all of that. And I walked up to him straight. I said, Alex or sure, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do this. And I said, I've been seeing your post. I said, yes, so I did try, sir. And I asked him a few things. I said, I've been struggling with this comedian at MC Theater. He was the one that schooled me on, focus on one-liners and all of that. So be free to walk up to those who have gone before you and learn. They don't know it all. They will probably even still pick from you too. I say this to everyone that cares to know. The relevance of the younger ones are the people at the top when they start. But when we get older, our relevance lies in the hands of those that we have invested in.
Yes. Somebody like you.
Yes, that's why we are trying so much to make sure that we have our team. That's the word of the mafia. It's in Kaba. I'm training my people so that when I get old, they will stand by me to say, this is where it all came from.
Yeah.
You understand? So me, I freely give because nobody taught me anything. You understand? But if God gives to you, He expects you to pass it on. Otherwise, you will die and people will say, all the best ideas in the world are That's why when you called for this, I've come to lend my voice again for the world to know that there was someone who came to this world, went through hell, trying to become somebody, and God answered him, and his name is Alex.
So, yes. And we are happy to have you.
I went to Shaggy.
It's
not when I say Shaggy, I mean Shaggy. Days of walking to events, no money, days of in fact, the day they gave me 5,000 naira for event, the first time I was paid 5,000 naira, I was dancing like this. I thought they gave me 70 million. Because when I started, I was doing it for passion. I wasn't asking for money. I started doing it free. Believe me, it was passion. So the person just loved me and said, no, you did so well. And they gave me 5,000 naira. I said I danced and so as I was going on. I didn't know I'll become somebody that is talking 6-7 figures now. So that's how life is.
And that's how
life is.
So I'm so happy to have you here, and these discussions are very, 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 very cool to listen to watch again and again. And
thank you so much.
A lot. I'm happy that I met you.
Same here.
You've contributed a lot to my own creative entrepreneurship, and look at where we are today.
Yes, so proud of you too.
So we are happy, and for everyone that is watching, you can see this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do, creating ethical standards. So podcasts shouldn't just be about just coming just to say anything for the sake of clout or impression. It's not just about too much crowd. It's about quality people.
Yep.
So do we have quality people around? And these are the kind of quality people that you see that we're bringing to this podcast to discuss
So much.
their professionalism and the ethical standards that make them become the big figure that they are. So happy for everybody that's watching this. Please kindly put in the comment section whatever you feel about this podcast and how you think we can do more about it. So thank you again very much.
Thank you so much.
So it's an honor to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Purple Creators Hub, I say thank you for lecturing us. At least you've lectured and taught us
Talk
today.
to Professor.
You me and the cameraman, ready camerawoman. Yeah, together. Thank you very much again, my
Thank
boss.
you so
I'm
much.
really so proud.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
And now we come to the end of today's episode. Catch you another time. Stay creative.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you.